Probability distribution. It's about how are the probabilities in the sample space or the universe of the problem distributed or assigned. The problem says two names are drawn from a hat, signifying who should pick up pizza. 6 of the names are on the swim team and 3 are not. The number of swimmers selected is counted. So we're going to concentrate on the swimmers. So this story is about the swimmers. 0 swimmers are picked. 1 swimmer is picked. 2 swimmers are picked. We stop at 2 because 2 names are going to be picked. So the first step is to describe the 2 names being picked. This is the first pick, and these are the second pick. This is a tree diagram. They work very good when it's one way or the other. You're a swimmer or you're not a swimmer. So for the first pick, you could pick a swimmer or not pick a swimmer. This would be the first pick. For the second pick, if you already picked a swimmer, the next pick could be a swimmer or not a swimmer. If the first pick was not a swimmer, then the second pick can be a swimmer or not a swimmer. Notice S is for swimmer and S is for not swimmer. So we continue. There's a total of 9 people. There's 6 swimmers and 3 that do not swim. So we're going to fill in the branches of the tree diagram with their probabilities. What is the probability a swimmer is picked? Well, there's 6 swimmers, so it'll be 6 out of the 9 people. Now, the second one's very important because the one that's picked, the first pick, well, he's not available for the second pick. So notice instead of having 9 people available, we have 8 people available. And we're wondering how many swimmers? Well, since 1 swimmer was picked, there's 5 only left, 5 swimmers left out of the 8 possible people. If we go through this route, we still have 8 people since 1 has been picked. And this one describes not a swimmer. There are 3 swimmers, so 3 out of the 8 that are left that do not swim can be picked. If you go down here, not swim in the first pick, well, there's 3 out of the 9 that do not swim. So that's not swim. Now you go to the second pick. The second pick is talking about swimmers. So since you picked a person already, there's only 8 people left. And this one's describing swimmers. There are 6 swimmers available. If you went this way, and you already picked 1, and this one is describing not swimmers, and this was not swimmers, so you already picked 1 of the 3 for this, so you only have 2 non-swimmers to pick out of the 8 possible available. If you multiply the route, this number times this number, that gives you that probability. You multiply around this route, along this route, this gives you a probability. And the reason we're multiplying, it's because we're picking one and another. So when there's an and, this person and turns into a times, or would be plus. So you follow each of these routes and multiply the probabilities you come across. These are the probabilities for all the possible picks. Now we set up our probability distribution table. What is the chances that no swimmers will be picked? Well, no swimmers would be this route, no swimmers. That's this probability. So it takes its place right here. What's the probability of picking 1 swimmer? Well, 1 swimmer you'll find along this route, an S, 1S, and you could find 1 swimmer along this route. So these 2 routes give you 1 swimmer. So it's this one or this one. So you add these 2 up, and that gives you 0.5 for 1 swimmer. 2 swimmers, you select the one that has the 2 S's, one after the other. That would be this probability. So that goes right here. So here it is. This is your probability distribution for picking a swimmer. If there are 2 picks and there's 9 people.